Welcome into the Coach Keathley Show. I'm Derek Forrest alongside Coach Kevin Keathley.
Derek, I'll tell you what, no lumps of coal for me this year, Derek. Santa has been really good to us with the East Kentucky Miners. We're 6-0. I tell you what, I asked Santa, I said, can we get a CBA championship? He said, that's possible. So we'll see what we can do. But, hey, 6-0, Christmas, great Christmas gift.
Player. With a breakout performance, Jermaine Blackburn ended up with a quadruple-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 14 assists, 10 steals. Talk about his performance.
Well, it's the first quadruple-double in the history of the CBA. 63 years, it's never happened. I believe there's only been 7 in the NBA. Jermaine Blackburn is probably the most talented player that I've coached since Jamario Moon or Antoine Barber played at Kentucky. I really and truly believe that you will see Jermaine Blackburn in the NBA in the next year or two. He is that good. He's a 6'7", 3-man that can also play the 1 or 2. He's athletic, long. He can defend. He can finish. There's nothing he can't do. And I tell you what, he's a fantastic talent. Great player, works hard, and does all the great things that you need to make a winning to help for a championship basketball team. So he does all the great things that you need.
All right, in that second matchup, you scored 172 points. On the flip side, you only gave up 70 points. Mm-hmm. Talk about that zone that the team was in.
Well, we came out, and I wasn't too happy after the ball game. I told the guys, I said, look, this happens again, and hey, we'll make some moves. I'm not going to settle for that type of effort on our home floor. Again, even though we won by 40, it wasn't where we wanted to be. So we came out from the tip. We were ready to go, and our guys came focused, ready to go. JR went 3 for 16 from the field, and we played a little tougher. Ended up beating the Wild by 102 points. That'll probably never happen again in my coaching career. But the guys came out and played hard. It's not about who you play, Derek. It's about getting better one possession at a time, because we want to be ready to go in March. So whether it's an opponent you're probably more talented than, or an opponent that stacks up with you, you want to get better for March, and that's what we did that second ball game.
You said it'll never happen again, but last year you guys scored 194 points. Was that in the back of your mind at halftime?
Yeah, the guys were talking about it. They said, Coach, you got, I believe we had 50 points at the end of the first quarter. They said, can we get 200? I said, guys, let's just get better. If we're there at the end, we'll see if we can get it. It's very difficult. What got us at 194 points last year is we got to the free throw line 55 times and hit 51 of them. So that's really what got that number. But again, we were right there, get to the free throw line a little more, who knows. But a great effort, and I'm glad that JR got to come back and play. Again, he played pretty solid considering the time he's taken off. And again, we got 7 O's, the quarter points we talk about in the CBA. So great effort that second night especially.
All right, also in that second game, Mike Dean had a standout performance. He ended up with 50 points on the night. How much does this guy just love to score?
Mike loves to score, and I tell you, when he got 40, when he got 42, you can see his eyes getting big, Derek. He said, I want to get that 50, and he got it. I tell you what, Mike Dean's as good a scorer as you'll find anywhere on any level, and he's right now really playing extremely well. His field goal percentage is over 60%. At the free throw line, he's shooting about 90. Dean can score, and when Dean's passing the ball like he did the other night, he had 10 assists. He's just a heck of a player, and it's hard to stop him. So 50 points, 10 assists. Jermaine Blackburn on that second night came off a quadruple-double, had a triple-double. So I'll tell you what, these guys are playing extremely well. They're great passers, and this is a fun team to coach right now.
All right, so looking ahead, you guys are undefeated in the month of December, but you're also undefeated against ABA teams. How much have these games kind of prepared you for your CBA competition?
Well, I kind of equate it to a non-conference schedule, what Kentucky's going through right now. There's going to be some matchups that's tougher than others, and like the Wild, that wasn't as tough as the Kentucky Bisons. But again, if we work on the things we need to work on, we should be ready to go mid-January when we face Oklahoma, which is our first test against CBA competition. The ABA and CBA rivalry, I like it. I think it's a good one. And of course, right now the ABA is probably a step behind the CBA in talent and all those things. But as long as we work and get better, I think this has helped us in getting ready to go come mid-January.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks a lot. But that will do it for the first quarter of the Coach Keathley Show. When we come back, we'll hear from a couple Miners players as they talk amongst themselves.